This is really important. No go. You know, there's two things in competition, especially in field trials, that you must do, and that is, there's two things. You got to go and you got to stop. Two things. No go is when you say back on a blind and they don't go, you're out. It's just that simple. We had one last week in the open stake. A handler said back. A little too quiet probably, and maybe the dog was confused, but dog didn't go. Well, according to the rules, he's out. You can't let that happen. So let's talk about why it happens, what to do about it when it does happen, and some other uses for the correction that is necessary when you have a no-go. So, a no-go is when you tell them to go and they don't go. You say back. On a blind especially, there's a little more leeway on marks because we tend to allow for what's called confusion. But on a blind, back, they gotta go. Why don't they go? That's the first thing we have to talk about, and that is either they're confused, they didn't hear you. That'd be one reason. Second reason is they are confused and they don't know if they're supposed to go or not because of something in the test that's confusing them. That's one reason. Another reason is they're scared to go because they've had so many corrections in the field that they really don't want to get involved in it. So they just say, I'm just going to stay here and not do anything. So what is the correction, first of all, for a no-go? The way I treat a no-go is I say sit, nick, step forward, sit, back. That sequence. If they don't go, then you keep repeating it until they do go. At some point you may raise the level of intensity on your electric collar to make it a little more clear that they must go. So to repeat that, it's sit, nick, step forward, sit, back. That's the way I do it. I think that's the way most trainers do it that are really aware of this. But I have talked to many, especially amateurs, and I say, what do you do if you get a no-go? And they don't really know what to do. Some people walk real fast and they start hollering, back, back, back. Well, to me, that's just stupid looking. It doesn't really, doesn't accomplish much. So when do you use this correction? The way I use it, and I'm trying to make this a very short lesson, but the way I use the no-go correction is if I say back and they don't go, which hopefully doesn't happen actually in competition, but you hope that it happens in training so that you can erase that from any kind of tendency they might have to no-go. But so if they no-go in training, I would do that. Sit, nick, step forward, sit, back. Like that. Or let's say they go out just a few feet and they're confused and they stop. I just say quietly here and do the no-go correction. I treat anything fairly close as a no-go. Examples are they go out and stop and act like they're confused. I gently call them back, say sit, nick, step forward, sit, back. Or if they spin, if they do anything that's really that you can't tolerate, fairly close, within, let's say, 15 or 20 yards, I just bring them back, they sit, and I do the no-go correction back. I've had dogs come to me that spin, for instance, and they go out and they twirl and go. And there's all kinds of remedies for that I've heard. But the most effective one that I've noticed is to just say, okay, come here. Sit, Nick, step forward, sit, back. I'll re-emphasize the part, if that doesn't work, then you do it again. Sit, Nick, step forward, sit, back. That doesn't work. Sit, Nick, step forward, hand down, sit, back. Each time you move forward, when that correction doesn't work, you up the level of intensity a little bit, so it keeps getting more and more severe until finally they will say, I'm gone. So, a no-go is something that is supposed to happen in basic yard work, usually in single T. That's when you want it to happen. That's where they must learn this no-go correction. If they don't learn it then, and you first discover that you have a problem at a field trial or in some kind of competition, you've got your hands full then. Now because what are you going to do? You're out. You have to walk away, and then the dog learns. Well, that's one way to escape the problem, is do a no-go, and we'll just leave. So you don't want to have competition create the idea of a no-go. So please try to have it happen in training. Have it during fundamental or basic training, and the sequence is sit, Nick, step forward, sit, back. That's the no-go correction as I do it. Now, somebody else may have a different sequence. That'd be fine if it works. That works for me every time. And I've had some dogs with spinning, no-goes, and all sorts of other problems popping close in. And that correction done with good timing at the right time will get rid of these problems right around the line, including a no-go. This announcement here about healing on two sides, and I'm just going to put it on my Patreon page. So if that's something you're interested in, whether or not to teach a dog to heal on two sides, go over to the Patreon page. I'm going to address that in depth there. Okay, come here.
Are not 2 sparrows sold for a copper coin? And not one of them falls to the ground apart from your Father's will. But the very hairs of your head are all numbered. Do not fear, therefore. You are of more value than many sparrows. Therefore, whoever confesses me before men, him I will also confess before my Father who is in heaven.